As a goalie mum, how do you feel about most teams now going for import goalies?
Do you know what? I get it. I get why. I support why teams are doing it. I don't necessarily agree in it, and I don't have to agree in it. Um, I get why they are because at the end of the day, the way the league's going for money, it makes sense to go import goalie. Because at the end of the day, a decent Brit goalie, they're not cheap. So it kind of makes sense to use your fourth or fifth import, whatever the way the league's going. Um, I worry about British net minding as a result because you just think, well, Ben Bounds needs to retire at some point, and with the Elite League closing off everybody and running imports, and now the National League are going to go the same way. It doesn't give your goalies much aspiration. I'd like to think my son would hope to play higher up than NIHL one. I'd like to think he'd want to come back and have a tap at the National League when he eventually comes back, or supported it. Do you know what I mean? So I think all it'll be is a case of if we all keep running import netties, and there's no disrespect on the imports, like they're lovely guys and they are
Yeah.
phenomenal to watch. Like I get why the teams are doing it, but equally I think it's not doing well for our own netties. Really, I think there's some seriously talented netties out there that really deserve a crack, and I think it can be a bit of a shame, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Hopefully, yeah, more British goalies will get the
Yeah,
chance.
you never know. They might
But,
do. And I mean, as I said, it's no disrespect to the imports that because
oh no,
they're lovely
yeah,
guys, and they're unbelievable to watch. But it's a different level out there. Like it really is. If you're not
yeah,
scouted by 19 out there, it's not happening. So yeah, it is lovely to watch. And ideally, I mean, I know Ewan and Davey have done loads with trying to develop like net mining over here. But it is a tough ask. At the end of the day, you're also asking parents to shell out a hell of a lot of money, and not every parent hasn't got that budget really. So it is a tricky one, to be honest with you.
yeah. Do you think increasing the number of imports in the NHL next season will have a positive impact on the league?
No, no, I think it won't. It'll have the opposite. I think it'll make the league go bang. It'll be like EPL 2.0. I think there's only one way it'll go. To be honest, you're going to have teams at the bottom of the pile that can't sustain five imports. I don't think people realise how much imports cost. You've got to house them, you've got to pay for the ITCs, and that's great. Like it's brilliant, but where does it stop? Like the Elite League run what, like 14? So we're
Yeah,
going to start running five. That's the rumor for next year. There's going to be teams that can't sustain it, and I don't find that fair. I think when there was three, it was all right. Three imports worked. To be
yeah,
honest with you, I think it was okay. It was good. It was fair. When we went to Coventry, pretty sure we only had three imports.
yeah, we
And
did.
we did. And I just think I liked that. Everybody had a bit of you could do some upsets and stuff. And everybody, I think, and it's not really fair because then fans turn on teams like MK, for example, because they're on about like money bags. MK, well, it's not. They got a 2,500 seat arena. Let's do the maths.
Yeah,
It's not their fault they play in a big arena. It's not their fault that their supporters club raise 100 grand a year. At the end of the day, they're wise with their money. So I don't think it's. But the problem it will be is it will become a them and us in the sense of the lower league teams or the guys with the 1,000 seat arenas, for example, probably like Romford and maybe Basingstoke and Swindon, they're going to really struggle, So well, probably Swindon not necessarily because they're running top of the league, but the bottom end of the teams with the smaller rings, it's going to be tough. Like your Peterboroughs,
yeah,
your Romfords, your Basingstokes, that are Telfords, that'll be tough.
yeah,
I remember the EPL, like they kept going import, 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 and then it went bang. So I think hopefully they stick at four next season.
yeah. I think even taking a step back to saying three and no
Yeah,
goalie
yeah, I
imports
think
would
so.
be,
Maybe three and no import goalie. Go to how it was like Cov year when we went. I
yeah,
think that was more than successful. To be honest, I think loads of teams had lots of surprises. It was more cost effective for teams on their budgets. I think it made
yeah,
it fairer as well. To be honest with you, I mean, like God, there's teams out there like signing imports as backups. Like
yeah,
lovely if you can afford it. And then listen, it's not a dig at the teams that can afford it. Like fair play, mate. If you've got the budget, when you enter into a league into a team, you're doing it to the best endeavours, and you're going to do it to the best of your ability. And if you've got more money to make that happen, then that's not your fault. Not your fault that you have an extra 1,000 or 1,500 seats that
Yeah.
sell out every week. You know, it's not. So I do sometimes find it a bit hard on like the Leeds and the MKs that get a bit of stick, but it's like it's not their fault they play in rinks with more seating.
No.
I do think
Yeah.
it would make it fairer if it was a 3 import league, to be honest, if it went back to that, or it doesn't go any more than 4, and maybe I don't know. I don't know. See, the import goalie thing, it is what it is for me. It's a case of it's nice to see him play while we can. A lot of the younger kids can watch him and learn a bit, maybe, of how you control your posts and stuff. And I know a lot of them get a lot of stick when they come over here and they knock the nets off its moorings, but out there they do drill their pegs, right?
Yeah.
We don't do that here.
No.
Like Matt in Furlak, his pegs are like that on his nets. He has to go out with the drill and drill a hole to put his pegs in. And in Europe and across the pond, it's way different. So they're trained a certain way. They're trained to push off their posts. And some do, some don't. But a lot of the import goalies are taught that way. Matt's taught that way. I think he'd even rocked the nets off when he came back. So, but yeah, I think three's quite nice. Quite nice.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think for the sake of the National League, I like the National League. It's a good competitive league. It's a good degree of hockey. Um, and I think what other options have people got then? What drop down to NHL 1, NHL 2, which is no disrespect to them, but you just think, well, you're going to end up with like 27 teams in NHL 1.
Yeah.
It's going to be mental.
Yeah. Yeah.
10-month long season to get all the games in.
Yeah, no, they'll
Yeah,
end up having to add another league in, so everyone
yeah.
drops down a
So it
league.
is, and yeah, I just remember the EPL days, and yeah, so I'm a bit like, look, come on, let's not let that happen.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like we can't have you on here without bringing up Adam's Angels. It's
Okay.
amazing.
Oh, bless you.
Like, I don't know what else to say. Like,
Oh, bless you.
but for people that don't know, can you tell us how you like got involved in that? How that first come to
Okay.
you as a
So Adam's Angels is a charity that it was a movement actually to start with that I set up back in 2023. It was the October, it was the night Adam sadly passed away. And interestingly, I was in Furlak actually, where Matt is now. He was on a training week with NHA, and I just remember like scrolling on my phone, and I'm like, holy shit! Like Sheffield Arena's like been abandoned, like the game's been called off. So you knew it was bad, and then the news started coming in, and then I was like talking to like medic colleagues around the country, and we're like, obviously everyone's like, holy moly, like this is serious, like this can happen. Like we've had cuts over the years that are near misses, and I don't think the fans appreciate how many near misses you get. And there are some near misses, believe you me. That we patch up and we send off and whatnot. So my initial thought was to get like medics into teams and physios and therapists with a degree of qualifications like first aid, because there are teams, or there were teams without anyone, and you just think, well, supposing you've got something like that and you don't have a medic, like, what are you doing? Your emergency first aid at work course doesn't cover everything that we deal with, and it doesn't. So that was my drive to start with, was to start getting actual personnel into teams, and we filled 3 or 4 roles, I think, off the bat. And then I remember seeing a campaign, I think it was Bristol, like looking for bleed kits. I thought, oh, okay, well, all us medics get on in the league. Let's try and raise 1,500 quid, and I'll try and get us a bleed kit that we all carry with us for games. And yeah, it went a bit crazy. Because I think within 24 hours we'd raised like over 10 grand. It went bananas. So yeah, I remember Lou Caps, like she rung me and sort of said, how much am I looking for? I was in Furlak. I was like, I'm in Furlak, right? And I sort of gave her a figure, thinking, well, look, let's try and do a bit of a ballsy, lofty goal. If I could get the National League 1 and 2, North and South done, then great. We've done enough, because they're the leagues I've worked in. They're the leagues that you get all the cuts and the crappy injuries. And then she rung me back within like a couple of hours and was like, I've got you your money. She went, in fact, I've doubled it. And I was like, wait, what? Wow. So yeah, Rockstone were a huge sponsor. They came in and did a good chunk of money, which helped us. And then it just kept snowballing and rolling. Like it was just mad. And then I'm quite dogged. So I was a bit like, right, well, every team's going to have one now. So yeah, any nationally registered team in the country you could think of will have one of my kits. I think we did 220, 46 of those went to a junior club. So for every junior game, no matter what age group, one of our kits goes on the bench. So then there's obviously the way I looked at it is that Adam and his team of angels are watching over the games. That was our kind of like mission statement. And I always remember like setting it up, and friends were like, "Oh, I should kind of call it Erin's Angels, you know, it's your idea." And I was a bit like, oh, no. And then yeah, it kind of seemed fitting to name it after him. And then it went
Yeah.
just completely bananas. And I think we've done 220 teams and clubs around the UK, and probably more actually. It might be about 230 now, because teams have come into the league. Plus 20 of those, or 10 of them, sorry, last season were used and replaced by us for catastrophic bleeds, and they were bad bleeds, like bad A&E, tourniquet use, stitches, the lot, surgery. Yeah, they were every single one of our kits that was used went into a surgical environment. So yeah, we had a couple. I think there was one in Whitley that had a 14-inch gash across the inner thigh and missed the femoral artery by quite a few mil. But yeah, that was quite serious. Obviously, we had a wrist that we dealt with in house. Can't remember what else we had. I think we had an inner thigh. We've had a neck. We've had loads of stuff. So yeah, it's just mad what we've dealt with. And then the next campaign was to do ice rinks with the big kits. So each big large kit has 5 little kits in. I think there's about 60 ice rinks in the country. We've done 35 of them so far this season, which is mad. So yeah, hopefully, if any sponsors are listening, someone help give me some money. It means I can do. We need about another. I think it's about another 15 grand, and it means I can get the rest done. So it's a big task. And to be fair, the fans, on top of like some of the sponsors that came in, I mean, Christ, I'm trying to think of the sponsors that we had in the initial stage. I think like Rockstone, JH Catering, Stevenson's, Mercedes, Clancy's. I'm going to name them all because they were unbelievable. Hockey Station were amazing. Trying to go through my flyers of who did what, because we had so many people donate money. There was an anonymous one that came in from a parent from Romford for her work, which was unbelievable. Legends of Elton, that was an Invicta sponsorship. Yeah, we had loads, like we had tens and tens of thousands that we've raised. And then, yeah, bucket collections at Coventry and the finals weekend, the Steel City Showdown, of me just continually going around with my bucket. Usually works well when people are quite drunk, actually. For Milton Keynes, and actually I think like clubs have raised us money as well, like Billingham, Leeds Knights. I think they've raised us as a club £1,500 as a club.
Wow.
Watford have probably done similar. In all fairness, I think Sharon, she did 1,300 recently, and then we had money donated from Alan's passing. The kit in Romford was named in his honour. So yeah, they've probably done 1,500, similar to Leeds. Milton Keynes have done stuff for us. Slough, Billingham. They've done cake sales. Like, it's just gone bananas of where we are. I still kind of quite believe what we've managed to achieve in 2 years. But there's still more to do. So we've got 25 rinks to do, and then we're going to hit the first aid, because that's just another one of my bones of contention that isn't good enough. Your emergency first aid certificates, they're not quite to the level that you should have, in my opinion, if you want to work in this sport. And even at junior level, it's a case of, I implore any manager or coach, if your first aid's being renewed. I know England Ice Hockey are doing some really good things behind the scenes, Ali Emery and that. They're doing some really good stuff. They do stuff for the medic stuff, and I know they are trying to change the first aid for the coaches and managers. But check out the FA Emergency First Aid in Football course. That's a really good level. And it's actually quite affordable. Go to your parents and go, look, my first aid needs renewing. Can you all sub me like 10 quid? Means your kid's protected.
Yeah.
What a crappy McDonald's. You know, and it lasts for 2 years. Just means that your manager or your coach has a better understanding. Like, there's a concussion module in it. Like, need I say more? So there's them things that, and that's another bone of contention of mine that I won't rattle on about, because it's so that's the next aim. What we're going to try and do is get funding. I'm going to keep saying about going charity status. It's not quite as simple as people think.
No, it's not.
If we did go charity status, we probably could get a shit ton more funding. So that's the next phase, and then we can plough it into the first aid and help part fund people to get on courses. And really, everyone talks about being top down, but to me, it should be bottom up. Educate your kids. Got a head trauma scan, so you're assessed. Like, if you've been absolutely sideswiped and you see a kid malmotionous, don't move them. Like,
no.
Yeah.
Not qualified enough to move them. You're not qualified enough to go through an assessment. So that's the thing. So player safety, and And we've done lots of other things as well as bleed kits. Like there's an income protection insurance plan that we have in place via AA and it's through Game Plan. We've got private medical cover that's done that players can do. There's a kids private medical cover, first standalone policy of its kind that you can take this policy out without needing an adult. And that's for our Game Plan. So if any parents listening and want that for their kids, I think 30 quid a month is not even that expensive. Like I was doing it for Matt until he left, but it doesn't cover him abroad. But yeah, we have to pay for private medical abroad. So it's a case of, look, the NHS is stretched. It's an expensive sport, at the end of the day, it's for 30 quid a month or whatever it is, if that's what protects your kids, or for 50 or £100 a month, that's what protects your wages and your private medical cover. Like, it's kind of a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, absolutely,
so
definitely.
That's kind of where we're pushing. So that's the next phases.
Amazing. Just amazing.
Again, you've kind of covered a few of the questions we've had there.
I just love to talk.
What awards have you and Adam's Angels been put up for?
We won a Just Giving award, and we also went to the BBC Just Giving awards. We came fourth out of about 300 people that were nominated. We went to the awards in September, not last season, season before, which was just mad. It was like a year ago, so that was quite surreal being nominated. Because you just do it. You just think, well, someone's got to make a difference, right? Someone's got to make a stance and make a change. And so we've had a few. Lots of people keep tagging me in stuff about, like, I don't know, MBE and all that stuff, which I'm like, no, you really don't need to. Like, it's a bit much. I mean, obviously 3 letters would be nice.
It would be very nice.
It would be nice, but you don't do it for that, do you? You do it because at the end of the day.
No, exactly.
But yeah, lots of fans like tag me all the time. So it's very sweet, and the hockey family have been amazing. And our awards, we wouldn't have had them without the fans. So without the fans and sponsors, we wouldn't be here. So my crazy idea just went a bit more crazy. That's all it was.
Well, hockey fans are crazy, so they've just
they're really good actually.
it.
They're really good at Coventry when they've had a few beers as well. They're quite generous with their pockets. Like, they'll just throw 20s in. It's great. So yeah, if you're ready for doing bucket collections, like, wait until they've had a few beers.
Go to Coventry.
If they're in a final, that works. They were like, well, you did it yesterday. I don't care. Today's a new day.
You've drawn more money out the bank today.
Yeah, they did, literally. I think they raised a good few £100 just Milton Keynes that weekend. Bless them, they were really sweet.
Wow.
And they just kept passing the bucket up and down, like, constantly. So yeah, we raised quite a few grand on those weekends, and hopefully we get to go this year. Just got to make sure, obviously, all the cover's in place for the teams that I look after. But yeah, they're good fun, and can't not get a cough, right?
Exactly. What has been the moment where you've, like, had to sit back and go, wow, I've done this? Like,
to be honest, I don't even think I've even done. It's weird. I just look back and just think, wow, it's just another slide. Like, I don't know if I'm blasé about it or humble. I don't know what words you use. I've never really sat back and gone like, oh wow, like, this is amazing. It's surreal, what was achieved, to be fair, and the movement. But I think it just was a snowball. It just was one of them things that, I suppose, that it is awful to say, but it needed something awful to happen for it to change, because and it needed changing, and it still needs changing. There's so much more that needs to be done. But yeah, I suppose in a way you think, well, actually, I've raised quite a bit of money, right? Quite a few grand. I mean, that would have been a few nice holidays in Santorini. But no, we're still going. And that's the thing. I've actually probably put a grand of my own money in. By the time you top up Just Givings and time out and time away from doing stuff and wages and hotel bills that you pay for, you tend to. It's a bit of a love job. I've earned zero money from Adam's Angels, like, contrary to belief, nothing, not a penny. And I'd put it all back in. So, end of the day, it's important that we get out and get these kits out, because they're life-saving pieces of kit, and actually they're good for the community. Like, the rink kits that are going out, you can advertise that you've got one of these in the building. They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
The kits by the Daniel Baird Foundation, and they're specifically designed by the foundation. and for public access. They are phenomenal, phenomenal pieces of kit. So Limbed and Air Supply Turtle, they've been unbelievable, really supportive.
Amazing.
Definitely. We are very proud and honoured to have you part of the team. We really are.
That's very sweet.
Absolutely.
Um, if the Romford Ice Hockey Sports Club was to hold an event like a quiz night, how would you feel about being the charity partner?
Oh, that would be very sweet. And yes, that would be so lovely. I'd feel very humbled. I think anyone that ever raises money for us, it's always very sweet, and it's always very like little tug on the heartstrings. So that would be very lovely and most appreciated. So
We'll try and get something.
We are very much pushing for this.
oh, yes, love a quiz. I know some right random stuff too.
We'll let the guys know.
Yes,
Try and get this
Absolutely.
pushed.
I think
Yeah.
they said March.
That would be good
Some
fun.
point in
Yeah.
March it'll be.
Yeah, that would be good fun.
Yeah.
That would be good fun. Excellent. I love
Yeah.
this is good fun.
You
Just
bring
don't do
your
it
buckets
Saturday.
along.
Eh?
Yeah, bring
Bring
your
the
buckets.
buckets.
Well, I've got lots of buckets.
Bring the
Loads of
buckets. We'll definitely get something. Like there was talk about there's this head or towels game that Mark has come up with. I don't know if you see it somewhere or something. And when we done that at the last quiz night, that raised quite a bit of money
Oh
for
yeah, I think I've seen
Daniel.
Your Tails. Yeah, I've seen that one actually. Yeah, I've seen it. And you have to keep
Yeah,
standing up and stand up. Yeah, I've done this one. I did it at auction
yeah,
and ended up having to pay out quite a lot of money for something.
yeah. No, so that went down quite well. So alongside having obviously the buckets there, they'll put
Oh,
something
that'd
like
be
that
sweet.
in
Fine,
there
thank
for
you.
you. Are we
Oh,
gonna do the myth or fact?
yeah.
Oh God, go on.
We have a little game that we play.
Oh God, go on.
We had to rearrange it just for you because it's obviously been for the hockey players.
Oh,
So we've made one for you.
oh yay.
So just you can answer it just myth or fact or
Go on then.
leave it at that.
Myth or fact? Go on.
Ice hockey players are the worst athletes for doing their treatments properly.
Myth.
The most injury players come in with actually stiffness.
Myth.
Stretching before is more important than stretching after.
No, myth. You got to do both. You got to do dynamic before, static after. Like, get your stretching sorted.
There's always one player who refuses treatment until they physically can't skate.
Oh, fact. A leg will be hanging off. I'm fine.
I can still skate on this one.
Yeah, don't worry.
Goalies are genuinely a bit crazier compared to everyone
Oh,
else.
fact. Like, it wants to have rubber lobbed at your head. Like, come on, really?
Goalies feel pain differently to skaters.
Yeah, I suppose they do actually, because obviously, I suppose they get more pucks lobbed at them directly. I think it's a different type. I'd probably say fact actually, because they do get clattered, but in a different way. Like, I think it's a different type of pain. So they get more puck stuff, which is quite painful.
A goalie would rather take a puck to the face than miss a game.
I don't know. What goalies have you asked this?
We haven't yet. We've got Owen coming on at some point.
Have they got a mask on? If they've got a mask
Yeah.
on,
Yeah, no, like in a game,
oh
they'd
right,
rather take
absolutely.
the
Oh yeah,
puck
no,
to the
absolutely.
head than
Yeah, no
not play.
fact. Yeah, no fact. Matt's done it. I mean, you've seen him. He's headbutted them. Like literally, if you can't get anything on it, he'll headbutt it. So yeah.
He
Fact.
does like a header, and he does make you flinch
I
when
need
he
to
does
see
it.
this.
He's got dinks. It's a video. Of him.
He'll have like a puck coming towards him, and he'll go like that, and you're like, "Oh
I've got a
man!"
video of him actually doing it, and then it's like, but yeah, fact.
I
Yeah,
need
that's
to
fine.
see this.
Obviously, if they don't have a mask on it, may want to move out of the way. So if they've got a mask, yeah, fact, they'll go for it.
being a goalie parent is more stressful than being a skater's parent.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fact. No brainer.
Goalie mums know the rules better than half the crowd.
No, that's a myth. No, some goalie mums are in the right bubble. Like, no, no, definitely not.
And the last one is the physio or the sports therapist is the real MVP of the game.
Nah, nah. No, I think that's more the players. No, it's the players do their bit. They go out and actually get knocked around the rink for 60 minutes. I just stand there and try and look sort of remotely smiley.
Get some tips off of Max.
No,
get some tips off of Max. Max Van Mullen. He's always got a smile on his face.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've known Max since he was, God, how old was Max? 10? Yeah, 10. We went to his 10th birthday party. So yeah, him and Matty have been friends for a lot, 9 actually, long time, 7 and 9. They've known each other years. And yeah, we went to a camp actually in Sweden. We went to the Lundqvist camp, and I always remember Tan going. And we went to Czech that year as well. It's a very expensive year that year. Involved a lot of that, and but it was brilliant. And yeah, Matt was. How old was Matty? I think Matty must have been about 9, and Max was 11 because there's about 2 years between them, 18 months between them. So yeah, there's a little picture I've got of them, and yeah, they were little bubbies, little cheeks. And now they're men, like 6'1". So yeah, he's always smiling. He always has smiled. Bless him.
Yeah, no, he was very proud when he come on, showing his medals.
I know.
He showed us his medals.
He's done so well. Super proud of him. He is such a
amazing.
He's a credit to have to the team.
He is indeed, and his mum and dad are really cool as well. So
they are.
They are.
So we have a question for you from someone that we've had on here.
Oh God.
They want you to guess who they are.
Oh fucking hell.
By their question.
Oh God, go on.
How does it feel when you ask a player to get an X-ray and they ignore you?
Oh, it's got to be one of the players, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which one?
Tommy Huggett.
Yes.
Am I right?
It's like, you won't even have to tell her it's me.
I know. I'm just like, as soon as you said that, and I was like, there's a plethora of them, to be fair. We did have a couple playing broken legs for a while, fibulas. They had literally, no, seriously, you can. So your fibula, your outside bone on your leg is non-weight bearing. And I remember, I won't name the players, but there were 2. And I'm like, probably want to go and get that X-rayed. Yeah, they didn't. They carried on like playing and training, and they were like, yeah, my ankle sprain's getting worse. And I went, it's going up my leg. I went, that's because it's probably broken. And yeah, it turns out, yeah, they were fractured. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, Tommy is the Tommy. I'm not going to go for an X-ray. Okay. And he's like, I'll be like, you need to get that checked. Yeah, right then. And then I'll see him. I go, have you been? No.
At least he's honest.
No, he is honest. And then we laugh about it. So yeah, no, he's hilarious. He cracks me up.
I bet that must be frustrating though, because there's a reasoning behind why you're asking for it.
Because you just think, oh God, like. Whereas I think this is the thing, like the football guys will go and get X-rayed because they run around on their feet. So yeah, they do tend to go to hospital when you send them. Whereas yeah, hockey players don't.
They just
a different kettle of fish, aren't they?
They're fine. And then Tommy will come in. And then he'll moan about the ailment that I told him to go and get an X-ray on. And you're just like, I love him. He's hilarious. He cracks me up. We do laugh most weekends. I'll see you Sunday.
He was very good when he come on.
He's funny. He's a good liar. I like Tommy. He's funny. He has got some of the chirps he comes out with. I was going to say the D are funny, but yeah, Tommy. Yeah, I do remember playing Bristol actually, and some of the stuff he was coming out with. I do remember just literally having tears just streaming.
What's the best chirp you've ever heard?
Oh God, there's been so many. Like probably Tommy's about. I don't know. I can't really mention it too much because obviously what goes on the bench stays on the bench. But he did make a chirp about someone and butter. And yeah, that's all I can say without saying about who he was chirping. But yeah, if he's listening, we were crying. Hilarious. Like, funniest chirp I've heard in quite some time. It was good. So I'll get him to tell you when he sees you, because then I don't.
Yeah.
And
We'll
now
ask.
it's like what he said.
Yeah, off camera. Off
Not very
camera.
professional. I'll just ratting everyone out. Yeah, Tommy comes up with some absolute gems, like gems, actually.
He's like a one you wouldn't think, but
Oh God,
he's
yeah, no,
actually really funny.
it's pretty quiet, and then he'll come out with something, and you're like,
Yeah.
so yeah. And then you got Dewey and Coops. Coops is funny, like proper funny. Dewey and Coops are funny on the D front, and I think I stand with the D more anyway, because I kind of stand to the right of Sean. And so I get the D at least twice. But yeah, Tommy on the forwards he's funny as.
What is your favourite memory with Romford?
Oh, Coventry, without a doubt, Cov. No, probably the Peterborough game, and Ed Brad putting my back out because he just picked me up and like threw me around, and then so that was nice. But yeah, that was just mental. Like, that whole playoff run was just, yeah, so surreal. And then yeah, ended up at Cov, and then in the final was just, yeah, you can't top that. And they were the most amazing bunch of lads. And
What was it like being on the bench?
oh, it's nuts. Like, the adrenaline is it's just mad, and the noise and everything. And I don't, it's just, yeah, it's just mental. Like, you're standing there thinking, like, wow, like, these guys have done it. And to be honest, like, I think had they'd started how they'd finished, I genuinely think they could have tipped it.
Yeah, no,
Genuinely,
definitely.
I think nerves just got the better of them, and I think that's all it was. It was nerves, but
Yeah.
oh my God, I was so proud to stand with them. Like, it was a phenomenal weekend.
Yeah, no, we did think it was going to go overtime at one point, and I
Yeah, I
don't know
did. Like,
how my
genuinely,
nerves would
I
have coped if
was
it had
just
gone into
I think if
overtime.
it hadn't have been for Samuel Gospel standing on his head, and he's for a Britnetti, he's flying the
He's
flag for the
insane.
Britnetti. Go on, Sammy. He's unreal. He's a different level, that lad. But yeah, he made the difference that game, I think. But yeah, we weren't even meant to be there, right? We were the underdogs from the
Yeah,
start. To even get to Coventry, let alone a final,
yeah,
It's
like,
pretty.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was amazing.
yeah,
And then yeah. So I'd probably say that's my most favourite
yeah.
moment.
Coventry has never been the same. That was our first Coventry
Oh,
weekend.
that was just, yeah, it was
So
wicked.
to go from that to then your team not actually being there, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, still a great
it's good
weekend,
fun. I
but
still think it's such a good weekend. Like, in general, it's brilliant. Like, all the fans, you just pick a team, didn't you? And anyway,
yeah,
okay, right. That's basically it. Although I was quite
yeah.
secretly chuffed because I get on really well with their medical staff, and I love their bench staff. So I genuinely was quite happy for them to actually won. But yeah,
But
anyway.
being fair though, they didn't need anyone else cheering on for them last
Oh,
season.
they were
They done it
amazing.
all on their own. And
Honestly,
even if their team's not there, they still chant
I
away.
still think they were hilarious. Like, the times they've been there, I think were fun. Last year were funny. There were some certain chants by MK that were brilliant. I think it was I can't remember, was it Justice for Telford, wasn't it? That was epic.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that was
And
hilarious.
there was one as well, wasn't it, when they won the cup
Yeah,
and they was chanting, "Well, where's your cup?" or something like
yeah.
that. And
So
then you had
they are funny.
The Sturm fans next to us are like, "Yeah, look, we've got one," and they're like, "Yeah, well done. Oh, we didn't
Yeah,
think of that."
the MK fans are funny. The stuff they come out with is genius. It's like football.
They are good. Yeah.
But yeah. I'd say, yeah. Go back to the question. I'd say Cov, definitely.
Do you have any advice to young aspiring players that want
No.
to join?
Going to play what players?
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
like going through the juniors.
Oh right, for the juniors. I don't know. I don't know if you want to really listen to me, to be honest with you. Work hard. Eat well, and keep fit off ice. Like, don't try and play through injuries. You're not a hero, Tommy. Um, don't be the bane of the medical staff's life by not going to get X-rays. Genuinely, to play on them. Maybe bribe them with wine now and then. But yeah, for young players, eat well. Nutrition's a big thing. Your fitness is a big thing, and just enjoy it. You're young, right? Enjoy it. Work hard. It all comes off in the end.
Good advice.
Definitely. And to finish off, what would you say to Romford fans?
What would I say to Romford fans? Be louder, like louder. Sing lots. Get people singing, newbies singing. Get hymn sheets out, because I can tell you now, sometimes it can seem quite. I think it's the way the benches are designed with the plexi. It does seem quite quiet sometimes down on the benches, but when that place is rocking, there's nothing like it, and there's nothing like the Romford fans when they're in full swing. So put your Vuvuzela things down, because they give me a headache, and just start singing.
Hey.
They are a good selling point, though, I must
What's wrong with
admit.
drums? Drums are brilliant. What is wrong with people?
Niels has asked for a drum to be brought.
Oh, seriously, they sound like they're being strangled. Although they are quite funny, but what fans do need to understand, like, you know, when there's a team talk, like, and you all run down to the away team to like disrupt their team talk, right, with your little vuvuzela noisy things. You know, we hear fuck all as well, right? Like, we can't hear anything. We have to do Macaton. Like,
that is why it has changed. So if
the home team don't hear anything either, it's wicked. So
yeah,
just to let you know.
no, it has been.
Don't think they thought about that.
No, the intentions are very sweet, but we don't hear anything.
Yeah. If Romford called a timeout now, it's like silence.
No, like genuinely. It
but
is.
if they call it,
if we call it nothing, it's lovely. Yeah. Like, you can do a pin drop. The other team call it, you can't hear anything, and then we'll use it for an opportunity to have a team talk. But yeah, we can't. We have to do sign language, or like Sean has to write it down. Genuinely. Like,
I tell you what, though, sitting behind the away bench, it is so funny to just sit there and watch the players.
Yeah, no, I do.
They just can't hear anything, and they're just looking, and they just end up laughing.
Normally,
and then when the coaches get frustrated, and the players are laughing at the coach getting frustrated at the fans, that's hilarious.
Oh, I wonder what coach that'll be. I wonder if they'll be there on Sunday next week. It's quite funny because I'll sit there and, like, when you're on a team talk, you'll get my phone out and I'll like text the other medic, and I'm just like laughing emojis with like an air horn. So
there was one in particular.
I love it when you're loud and proud, like Epic. Just get all the newbies singing and standing up and stuff, because I can tell you now, when that place is like a fortress, there's nothing like it. It's epic, and it's really quite imposing, actually, when it's really loud for the opposing team, and that's kind of that's it.
Absolutely.
Carry on being fab.
We have Shay up next.
Ooh,
Do you have any questions for him?
I've known Shay quite a long time, you see. Like, how long have I known Shay for? Probably since he was about 11. I've known Joe Tomlin since then as well, 10, 11. Shay, no, not really. I like Shay. He's sweet. I don't know. What questions?
Could be anything.
I might have to have a think and get back to you, actually.
Okay.
Nils asked Matt how many calories he intakes. So it can literally be anything.
No, I'll ask when Matt's back. I'm going to get Matt to ask.
Okay. Yeah.
Matt and him used to, they get on quite well. And because Shay was at Chelmsford with Matty. So Matty and Shay have known each other years. Yeah. And then obviously, Shay used to play with him. Yeah. And used to have little funny isms together. Shay's quite funny. I have to say, he comes out with some little corkers that are quite funny. He's a very funny lad. And his mum and dad are cool, so I'll have a think. I don't really know.
Yeah.
To be fair.
We've had some really weird questions.
Yeah.
We've had, how many calories do you eat in a day?
As a teenager.
How do you always get so injured?
What was the injured one?
Who asked that? Oh, Tommy asked that for Joe, didn't he?
No, was it Tommy or was it one of the twins?
Oh, the twins are funny.
The twins are funny. I think it was one of the twins asked that to Joe.
What did they ask?
How do you get injured so much?
Oh, bless him.
Yeah.
Oh, love him. He's just, do you know what? Some players are just unlucky, and I think it's as you're growing. and some players are just more prone to stuff than others.
He said, maybe I just need to man up.
Joe said that.
Yeah.
Bless him, Joe.
Who else have we got coming up? Is there
Have you
anyone
got?
else? We've got Billy Coe.
Oh, you got Billy. Oh, I love Bill. Matt loves Bill. You need to
Yep.
ask Matt the questions. Maybe you should do, if he's better Sunday, you could do a little Q&A, like questions to ask Bill and Shay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't guarantee you they won't be offensive, but that'd be fun.
Talking of Bill, we actually have Bill Cooper as well.
Bill's funny. Yeah, there's certain conversations you might want to steer.
Yeah, and then
Get him onto magician tricks. He's amazing at those.
I love it.
He's so cool, honestly.
He's so good. He's amazing.
Yeah. He's going to Jack's and doing his after Jack.
Good old Jack. Bless
Who
him.
else have we got on? I'm trying to think. We've got Dewey coming on.
Oh, Dewey's funny. Dewey is Dr. Dewey. He's hilarious.
He's getting back to us with a date. We gave him a list of dates that we can do. He said he needed to check.
He's old Dewey, and he's funny though. He'll come up with some funny things.
I'm trying to think who else there is. There's
Megas and Callum.
Callum. They're going on together.
Oh yeah, that's nice. They're like family, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going on together. We've got Leish.
Leish is funny.
Yeah.
Who else is there? I'm trying to think.
Jarrett.
Oh, Jared, he's cool. I'm playing golf with him actually in a week, so that'll be good.
Nice. And Ethan. We got Ethan.
Oh,
coming
James. On. Oh, yeah. I love Ethan. His hair. Oh my god, it was in the video with Billy Coe with his hair, and I'm like, oh my god, he's got the softest hair ever. I always remember when it's Cov and he had it gold and blue.
Yeah, because they all done something to their hair, didn't they?
Yeah, we all did stuff, and we all had like custom trainers, and yeah, we went gold and blued up. And I remember, Rani did look like a redneck. I don't know what you could use really. Windy went with a mullet.
Didn't Callum Wells shave a night tick into his head?
Who?
Callum Wells.
Yeah. Coop shaved his head completely.
Yeah.
He was completely bald. Aaron did that in the changing rooms.
I think half of them were done in the changing room.
Yeah, they were done in the changing rooms once we realised we were going. So there was some serious haircuts that year. I think Coop's had a wedding or something as well. I remember Sid like,
Oh my gosh.
We had a wedding or something. I was like, oh no.
Wow.
But yeah, that was mad. That was a mental weekend. You got to have.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You've got to have something to laugh about.
100%. So you'll probably see me on Sunday laughing at some other hilarity that they'll go up to.
I know, I'm going to be keeping an eye out and be like,
Tommy have to watch my shoulders.
Was that Tommy?
No, I know. I'm going to say to him, I'm going to text him in a minute. Get a bid for X-ray. Because if I actually had £1 for every time I said that, I actually legitimately probably could have retired, like from my actual job. Like literally, I've been for an X-ray. Yeah, I'll go. And he'll come in and moan about the problem that he's been sent for an X-ray for.
Said he either don't reply or he sends you a thumbs up, but that also means that he hasn't been.
Yeah, I have to say the thumbs up. That's kind of like a Gen Z of like fuck you as well, isn't it? Is that I never know how to take that. I'm a bit like, does that mean okay? Or is he telling me like, I'm always a bit like, okay, see you Sunday. So I don't know. I always find thumbs up a bit passive aggressive, really, which is good because if I don't like someone, you will get a thumbs up. You're boring me, getting on my nerves. My ADHD's kicked in. Yeah, you're getting one of them.
My dad uses it as like everything. My dad uses it for everything.
Oh, it drives it.
Like any response, and I'm like, you not like me?
No. So if I know someone knows what it means, then you're getting a thumbs up. To be fair, so it's quite funny. So, and yeah, you'll normally like see me like hiding away or like stimming out because of people and crowds and noise.
Do it in real life.
Best place to be.
Genuinely, like I know I am. Honestly, I am mega like ADHD. I'm off the chart. So yeah, game day. I'm like, it's great because you can kind of super focus and do what you need to do. But yeah, there are downsides. You just become chronically knackered and.
It's fine. You sat in the tunnel at the end, staring at the wall.
It, like legitimately crying. Where's my wine?
That's why no one's allowed down there at the end. Erin's having a breakdown.
The tunnel needs to stay closed is because Erin's having a nervous breakdown. we've got another injury. Erin can't cope. No, but genuinely, fans, if you are listening and the tunnel shut, it is usually because I'm doing something. I'm legitimately dealing with an injury or a concussion or something. So if you get a bit grumpy because you've got to walk past the back of the benches to go for a tiddle, sorry, like it's not far, is it? It's a few steps. Get your step count in, chill out. Like it's not the end of the world. I have to say, tunnel opening is a little bit stressy. It does stress me out a little bit, but that's just me and my like. I like everything behind closed doors, and I don't always like announcing like what we do, and I try and keep stuff very private. So it is
Yeah.
quite hard to juggle that this year. But yeah, so if the tunnel's shut and you're moaning, it's down to me. So come and find me if you have problems.
Don't go and find Erin.
Someone did moan the other week actually, and yeah, they were told to go away. Really, I was quite unpolite, I think, actually, in the end, because I just thought I'm doing a job, like go away. The security aren't letting you through. It's because we've got a player down here that's injured or concussed or hurt or bleeding or whatever it is. We don't want you here. But I don't need people in the corridor, So
No, I'm sure the players don't want that either.
exactly, and actually, you have a degree of safeguarding, and you do try and safeguard your players at the end of the day, and it is quite a stressy situation when you've got that sort of stuff to deal with. You don't need loads of people coming in and your ear roll and asking me about what went on, because I won't tell you.
It's like when people are off and everyone's on Facebook, like, oh, are they injured? Are they, what's wrong? And it's like, none of your business.
I'm going to put a list and I'm like, hit me here. Like, genuinely, I get like, and I think that what people need to understand, right? And I know some other leagues do it, like the Elite League do. They'll go, oh, he's sustained an upper body injury, he's done that, and the NHL do. That's brilliant. It's their job. These guys go to work on a Monday, and we don't know if their injury that they sustained from hockey, A, is going to affect their day job, B, will it affect their insurance, C, will it affect their pay, all these things that people don't necessarily encounter and think about. And also, it's no one's business, really, of what injuries they're carrying. If obviously the players choose to tell people, then that's fine, But like Millsy's shoulder, I kept that quiet for months, like ages. We didn't shout about that because it was a case of no one else's business, And when it came out, he was actually quite injured and he had to go home. Then obviously it's out in the public domain. But I've never discussed injuries with any fans. I don't. It's no one's business. I think at the end of the day, you safeguard your players. And you keep it quiet, you keep it under wraps. And it is because of most guys, they might have insurances, day jobs, self-employed, sick pay. So there are other factors as to why we don't announce it. It's not just being awkward, and it's not me being a bit pernickety and grumpy, which invariably I am, but it is really to safeguard my players.
And I think another one that you always mention that's really important is like targeting from other teams.
100%. At the end of the day, like you announce that someone's got a shoulder that's likely to dislocate. Well, you're in a final.
Guess what's happening next game?
What are you going to hit? And that's the thing. Like genuinely, and unfortunately, most players is a bit of a code, and everybody kind of. Most players are okay, but you get the odd one or two, and then when playoff starts, it all goes out the window. So unfortunately, it does put a target on their back, and I don't like it when people name what injuries players have got, because A, normally you're wrong, and then B, it's getting them unnecessary attention because you just think like just don't. I know, but the thing is, fans speculate. I get that, and I'll probably get a bit of backlash for moaning about it, but well, but yeah, you try and at the end of the day, you have a team of players to safeguard and to look after, and that's kind of why I've not ever been a fan of announcing like what's wrong, because you just think, well, if you put an upper body injury, it's going to be your head or your shoulder, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest. Lower body, it's your hip, your knee, and your ankle. So either way, I get why fans want to know. They want to be a bit more inclusive. They want part of it, But I think sometimes it's a case of, look, he's just out injured. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
It's down to them. And I think there's also client confidentiality, GDPR. We've got all those things, And the last thing we want to do is get into all that and all that ruckus and
absolutely
stuff. So that's kind of why I don't talk about it.
Absolutely. I admire you for that as well.
Oh, thanks. Try and do the best job that you can, and that's all you can do.
Absolutely.
You definitely do a good job.
I don't know. Tommy might not agree. Bless him. His little portable X-ray unit. I'm going to get him a Lego one. An X-ray unit, Tommy. Bless him. I knew it was him.
She never go, I'm bringing it to you.
Like, well, there's several of them, and I'm like, no, it's got to be him because it's multiple times over 5 years. Like, and he won't go. It's hilarious. We'll laugh about it on Sunday.
You have to tell him you got it first guess.
I will. I'll be like, I'm texting him that I literally got you first guess. There's a couple on there, and I'm like, nah, it's got to be him.
Love it.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's it for the questions.
Oh, thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been really good fun. If anyone wants to ever know anything, just give me a shout. Obviously, just bar injuries, don't ask me that.
Otherwise, you'll get one of them.
Oh, you might not get that one. You might get the bird. But yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And I'll see you on Sunday.
Yes, I'll bring you a bottle of wine. I've got like loads of prosecco and stuff set up there. I don't drink wine, so.
Don't you? Oh yeah, I quite like a pinky one. It's quite nice.
Yeah, so I think it's red. I'm not sure. But...
whatever's appreciated is very kind. I might have it on the bench when the other game goes. Let's see.
In a coffee cup.
We play Hull next week. Let's just see how that goes. That was an interesting one last time. There you go. On Jason. Oh dear, bless him. We did hug it out in the corridor. It was quite funny.
Oh.
Right. Anyway, enjoy your evening.
You too. We'll see you on
Bye.
Sunday.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.